What's going on, guys? My name is Ted, and I'm bringing you a double nuke gameplay on Subbase. This is in Modern Warfare 2, obviously, so there's no mobs, there's nukes. And I love this game. I've been going back to it recently, and gosh, the community, like I said in my previous video, the community's just changed so much in this game that it's actually really enjoyable to play. And I'm doing very good with it. Getting host in this game, there's no host compensation, so you actually do very good with your host. And just in general, the game is actually a lot of fun these days. So I got on with the team, and we went inside, I think this is Demolition, yeah, Demolition. And I just went on a tear. Double nukes are pretty hard to pull off. I pulled off a triple nuke one time. I'll link you to that video, link on the screen orientation down in the description if you want to see that one. But Subbase is a pretty bad map to get nukes on. The reason for that is that the air support doesn't do very well. Obviously there's a lot of buildings, and with the way the spawns work out, normally they spawn inside of buildings. So getting a double nuke is actually not as easy as it sounds, or as easy as it looks in this gameplay. I got on a couple nice streaks throughout this gameplay, which is why I got it. But I want to talk about the differences between MW3 and MW2, because I know that there's so many. Here I got a nice little feed here. I think there's one guy still camping down there. But there's a lot of differences between the two games. And, you know, they're both in the same series. They're both the Modern Warfare series. But there's so many changes between these two games. I want to go over a little bit about what I like and what I don't like. So the one thing I like is that the new mobs don't end the game. I really didn't like how the nukes ended the game. I think I've said that in a few of my commentaries. I think that's totally badass at the end of the game. But as far as the gameplay mechanism, it doesn't really work out. You know, having a nuke end a game makes it so that every game's objective is kills instead of you know, the objective play in it. So it really destroyed the game from that point. I like the new mobs in MW3. Here's one thing that I like more about MW2 is the connection, though. The connection in Modern Warfare 2, you know, sometimes you're on a 3-bar, but if you were on a 4-bar, it was a good 4-bar. There was no host compensation or good player compensation. Things like that are just stupid ideas. They tried to make it, if you don't already know, for those of you that don't know, they tried to make it in MW3 so that if you have host, they try to put you on a slightly worse connection than the host connection would normally have. That way the other players aren't suffering because you have such a strong connection. But it's a failed mechanism because the problem is it overcompensates and it makes the host just lag incredibly bad. And that was just a bad thing. Also, if you had a really good connection, they'd also slow you down. So it just makes it so that the host compensation is a really bad mechanism. It didn't really work out the way they planned it to, and it's kind of a failed experiment. But that's another rant for another time. The thing I like about MW3 more than MW2 is the air support. It's much less dominating. You'll notice in MW2, any game you can hop into is just dominated with, you know, Harriers that are just getting millions of kills, chopper gunners, AC-130s, nukes going off. It was just ridiculous. Where if you get an MW3, since they give you that option to use different things, you know, like the specialist bonus, the support bonuses, things like that, there's much less air support flying over your head, which I think is really nice. I'd much rather have some guy running around super powerful with, you know, all his perks in the game than some guy raining down hell on top of me with a chopper gunner and an AC-130. And granted, those are options in Modern Warfare 3, but they're much less used because there are other options. There's better bonuses, you know, with the specialist, and there's better options with the support for people that don't often get those nice kill streaks. So I like that there's more options in Modern Warfare 3. However, I don't agree with the support options. I don't like how you know, you get a stealth bomber on the support. I don't like that. But generally speaking, the kill streaks are much more well balanced in Modern Warfare 3, and there's not less of a you know, air support bombardment on Modern Warfare 3. Now, one more thing I like about MW2 is the fast pacedness. So I've mentioned this a couple of other times. They removed lightweight and they removed stopping power from the game. And with those two perks, it would speed up the game in Modern Warfare 2. You know, having stopping power, obviously being able to kill people in one less bullet, that really sped up the pace of the game. Also, they had lightweight pro, so you could run around the map a lot faster, making rushing a lot easier, making it more viable of an option to rush. And they made it so that if you did rush, you got rewarded for it. And that, once again, sped up the pace of the game. I really enjoyed that. With Modern Warfare 3, there's too many stealth perks, and they're so powerful. It really slows down the pace of the game. Also, with no stopping power, no lightweight, once again, slows down the pace of the game. I really don't like that. I like fast-paced games, and that's what Modern Warfare 2 mainly had going for it. It was so fast-paced. Alright, switching back to what I like more about Modern Warfare 3 is less explosives. Modern Warfare 2 is just dominated by noob tubes, you know, any sort of secondary grenade launchers, the RPGs. They were just so frustrating to me. It's like you couldn't even move out of your spawn sometimes just because of all the explosives they had just dominating the skies. And it really made the game almost unplayable at points. You know, if the whole other team had one-man army danger close grenade launchers, it was almost impossible to effectively move your way around the map. And back in Modern Warfare 2's heyday, there was so much of that going on. You know, it would be very common to run into a full team of guys just running grenade launchers. Another thing I didn't like is the combinational perks. One of the classic combinations is Marathon Lightweight and Commando. being able to move around super fast, unlimitedly, and then just lunge knife your way to heaven. You know, it's just ridiculous. The lunge range was too much, and it once again made the game almost unplayable at times. If you had a full team running around with just one man arm, or excuse me, Marathon Live Commando, it was almost unplayable at that point, and they never patched it. So that'll be the last thing I'll go over in this game, or in this gameplay, is that the MW3 has so much better customer support than Modern Warfare 2 ever had. MW3, there's unlimited customer support. You know, if you complain, they're going to actually take that into consideration, that complaint into consideration, if it's a well-balanced complaint. Now, if you just say the game fucking sucks, obviously they can't do anything specifically about that. They can just change, obviously, components about it. So, here's the thing. MW2 had a lot of game-breaking things. The Javelin glitch, the Model 1887's infinite range, they fixed just the very most game-breaking things. And they didn't touch anything else. You know, spawn system was bad, they didn't touch it. Danger close grenade launchers, didn't touch it. Obviously, the shotguns were really, really powerful, didn't touch it. They didn't do anything about that stuff. Whereas in Modern Warfare 3, we've seen a lot of patches. We've seen a lot of hot fixes. We've seen a lot of these things that initially were unbalanced, and they go ahead and fix them, which is just amazing. I love the customer support in Modern Warfare 3, and I think that Infinity War has been really changed since Modern Warfare 2, and so as far as those things, you can balance it out. They're both great games in their own way, but as far as I'm looking at it, I like both the games. I just like playing them, you know, back and forth. When I get tired of one, I'll go back to the other one and continue that way. Anyways, guys, I go ahead and call in the second nuke here. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. As always, if you did, make sure to click that like button. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button. I post high-quality content every single day. Other than that, guys, have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all later. Bye.
I almost had a 2.0 until the nuke.